And I can't stop thinking about my miserable childhood. Even if I tried, it's not easy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, what I'm trying to say is that uh, this is this is all about the jail. The jail that I've been there. But they say it's not jail, it's just immigrant detention center. I was like, that's bullcrap. And I don't want to hear this bullcrap the way they say it. Just because it's an immigrant detention center doesn't mean that it's not jail. It is a jail. Don't say that it feels like it. And don't say that it's not. I don't want to hear those bullcrap. Because you keep telling me some bullcrap. That means you're haters. This is jail. Of course, I've been in jail just because I came to America illegally. Of course, I hate that type of law. It's about me as a illegal immigrant being locked in jail just because I'm not a citizen. It wasn't fair. My childhood sucks because of because of because of because of the immigrant jail. I've been locked in the immigration jail 4 years when I was a teenager. So, and yes, when you're a teenager and you're not a citizen, came to America illegally, they will lock you in a immigrant detention, also juvenile, immigrant juvenile detention center, which is absolutely jail. It's jail for sure. It's jail. Jail that is under the communist. Speak English, dummy. Excuse me for the language. I sincerely apologize for swearing in my channel. I've tried my best to speak in English properly. That happens all the time. I keep punching myself for just not speaking English well enough. I'm always hard on myself. Just because I am non-educated, moronic idiots don't know how to speak English. I've never been to school before. I've never been to school before. I've never been in elementary school. I've never been in middle school. I've never been in high school either. But I've been in immigrant juvenile detention center. It's horrible in there. It's horrible. My childhood sucks. And I cannot stop thinking about that. The way that I went through. It's definitely not nice in there. There's a corrupted police officers, human rights abusive, and of course, bullies. Those are really, really terrible bullies who dumped a boiling coffee at me when I came out of the bathroom in the jail. And I keep getting yelled at by a very bad police officer. But at least I did act up. I've been act up. But I act up, it's not a bad thing if I act up towards our police officers. That's a human rights sign when you act up in jail. But I mean, even if I stood up against these corrupted police officers, it's never gonna work. I'll never win. The police officers win. Sometimes I win against them for my human rights. But I got sent to the office. The office. I don't want to share it. It's just all been rough. It's too many abusive police officers. They're always using a power to abuse everybody for just having fun. Yes, of course they abuse me for having fun. Acting like this is North Korea. Acting like we're in China, the great communist. Now these bad police officers, they are acting like the communist governments or something. In fact, they were acting like North Korean governments. And also, they forced me to sleep on time. Like, I'm talking about 9 o'clock. Wait, actually, yeah, 9 o'clock. They forced me to go to bed at 9 o'clock. I was like, this is way too early to sleep. but they said they don't care. And I've been in a bed, still awake until I finally slept, in 1 o'clock. It happens all the night, all night. And then I woke up in 6 o'clock, really tired. Police officer told me to get out of the cell. And I was like, I'm tired. And the police officer said that he doesn't care. She keeps telling me to get out of the cell. And yes, of course, they do have classes, because like I said, it's juvenile, immigrant juvenile detention. But most of the classrooms are not educational. Of course, jail's pretty sucks. Of course, I understand that nobody wants to be in jail, and everybody knows the life sucks when you're in jail. Just like me. I mean, different jail. As a teenager, more like a non-immigrant teenager who spent 4 years in jail, always being abused by bad police officers. They always abused me. Even when I was going to lunch, they have a really terrible food. I mean, I know that most jail foods are bad and terrible, and I was really picky eater. Well, because of most jail foods are terrible. They're terrible. At least I don't have to pay for the food. Well, because these jail foods are terrible. Also, I was been riding the jail bus all day, and no air condition, and it was summertime. It was hell, 90 degrees, hell. The police officer, they're having us, I should say, they're forcing us to pick up all the trash, like even in the sun. Like I have it all day, all day, all day. I was riding a jail bus. But when the summer is finally over, the jail bus does have the heater. I hate the heaters, they're terrible. But I don't get to choose to stay. No. Always have to do what the police officer told me to. Like 4 years. 4 years I've been told by the police officers. But I was really sick and tired dealing with those corrupted police officers. I hate those type of police officers. In fact, when I was been locked in immigrant juvenile detention, it's 2016 is when I was been locked in there, because I was been caught not having a citizenship. Also, and when did I get released from immigrant juvenile detention? I've been released in 2020. 2020 is definitely the best year. I was enjoying that year. I mean, of course, majority of people hated 2020, but I'm the only one enjoying that year. I love the year because 2020 is when I finally got released from a jail. Jail's terrible. Jail is so terrible. My childhood is miserable because of the jail. Also, I can't stop thinking about my past. I can't stop thinking. And that's why I was been beating myself up a lot. Always went hard on myself because I was mentally ill. I was mentally ill. But of course, these police officers, they don't care about me. These are terrible police officers. They're very mean police officers. Always abusing human rights. Oh, it's a lot of human rights abuse in jail, like every single jail, especially the immigrants' juvenile detention. They treat us like a little kid. I mean, even if we were teenagers. Even if I got released from the jail, I was still a teenager. But I was in a bad mood still. I was still in a very bad mood. Always giving attitude. Always being rude to anybody else. Always kept assaulting them. And that's why I was the most hated person in 2020, because I was been assaulting everybody. It was a big assault. I became a bully. And in fact, I learned not to snitch, which is because of the jail. Jails don't give me a good society. I didn't commit any crime. I didn't do anything wrong. I never broke the law. I just got locked in a immigrant jail just because I'm not a citizen. That's a ridiculous law. But I went through that. It was miserable. My childhood was miserable, and I cannot stop thinking about it. In fact, the reason why I learned not to snitch, because in jail, I was being bullied by another inmate. I was being bullied by another inmate. He was older than me. He was grown up. I was like, I was confusing. I thought he was a teenager, but no. The way I see him, he was taller than me. I realized that he was a grown man. He was a grown man. But guess what? He was bullying me, assaulting me, just after he realized that I was gay. I told him that I was gay. But even the one tall grown man that I told him that I was gay, he started assaulting me, bullying me, threatening me. So I fought back because I had enough. I don't snitch. I've never been snitching. I fought back, but I lost. He slapped me. The reason why he slapped me is just because I'm gay. I mean, of course, he wasn't punching me. No, he was slapping me just because I was gay. He was homophobic. he was homophobic. I hope he got deported for slapping me like that. I hope he got deported for assaulting me for just being gay. I don't know where he's from, but I bet in his country there's no gay. But of course he got away with it. You know, he never faces the consequences. It was me who faces the consequences. It was me who got locked in a solitary cell just because I lost in a fight. I was like, what the hell? These are very weird law in the jail. Yeah, as you can see why all the governments who runs a jail are very corrupted. I was in solitary cell for 3 days, but I was been scratching my face, damaging myself. I was harming myself so they can hopefully send me to the mental hospital. They did send me to the mental hospital, but sadly I was released too early. They released me too early, and then came back to the jail, but still being locked in a solitary cell. This is exactly like North Korea. This is like China. It's like China. It's like great communist. I've been in one of the worst jail in Ohio. I've been in the worst jail in Ohio. Like 4 years in one of the worst corrupted jail. And that's the reason why I hated my childhood. Of course, I did realize that most people don't want to be in jail. Well, why people were so scared of going to jail in this country is just because of the bullies. Just because of the inmates' bullies. Yeah, of course, I get it. I get it. The inmates, there are bullies and psychopaths and serial killers. Understand? Of course, our biggest fear about the American jail is the bullies. Yeah, bullying is worst part about the jail and prison and juvenile, and even in the immigrant detention center, there's a bullies. There's inmates bullies. Yeah, they do have some worst inmates. Even solitary cell sucks. Police officer sucks. Even the teachers in the classroom in jail are not educational enough. They teach us for just work. They teach us for work. I was like, is this a fucking communist party or something? I was like, what is this, a communist party? You're not teaching us education, but just a work. But even a police officer is also in the classroom, watching every single inmate, make sure they pay attention, they listen to teachers, and not to fall asleep. Yes, that's exactly how strict these police officers are. I don't like these police officers. Why do I need police officers in every single classroom that I go to? Especially in gym class. There's still a police officer watching us. It makes me not comfortable. I'm really not comfortable. I've been 4 years in every single class in jail being watched by these bad police officers. These police officers, they were always hard on me, always strict on me. And this is 2023. Like even in 2023, in 2022, 2021, I cannot stop thinking about my past, where I went through. Please help me. Please help me. Even if I went to the mental hospital last year and this year, it still won't go away. It still never go away. I'll see you later. And remember, fuck the America. And fuck the Communist Party.